Welcome to Beyond Denial. Today we have a special guest, Mr.
Hamatu.
Ahmed.
Maybe that's what the community know me as. Or
Is that your real name?
That's the nickname.
That's the nickname. I always know you as Hamad.
Yeah, like that's just the nickname that they gave me since birth.
Oh,
Like I came out in Sudan.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, just Hamatu. Like that's all I ever know.
I invited Hamad over today for some tea.
Yeah.
And a good
tea.
Yeah, exactly. Cloth talk.
Yeah, clock
Yeah,
talk.
they don't want to do some cloth talk.
Yeah.
They don't want us to win.
Yeah, they just they keep hating on us, but
So
yeah. But
Hamad, I'm gonna need you to give me like a little bit of a run on your background. Like when did you come? Like what age was you in America? And as you grew up, what part of the town did you grow up in?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your highest level of education? Not that it's matter, but just feel like to bring that up to the light. And if you stopped early, what's stopping you? What you got going on?
Gotcha. Well, I'm originally was born in Sudan, obviously. Sudani.
What city?
Khartoum.
For real? Shargania?
الحاج يوسف.
San Joseph.
مربع 8 الوحدة.
ناس سان جوزيف.
هاي I remember.
ناس الحاج يوسف ديل أنا عندي صاحبي سواق ترك من ناس الحاج يوسف. Shout out to San Joseph all day.
Yes sir. Yeah, I was born there.
At what age did you guys arrive to the U.S.?
I was 11.
11.
11 years old when I arrived here.
Yeah. So, you started middle school?
No, actually, when I came here, it was 5th grade, so it was like a year before middle school.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because 6th grade they got their own center.
Yeah, exactly. They go to their own little separate building.
Yeah.
Everybody, I don't know why. Yeah.
Because they're not grown enough to be with the 7 and the 8, and they're not young enough to stay with the 5th,
So like
4th.
The school I went to after 5th grade, it was literally just a building full of 6th graders. I kid you not, it's called Plaza Middle School, and that school had, all of our district, because our district had like 10 elementary schools, and all 10 elementary schools go to the same building. I kid you not, it was 1,200 students.
God, how was the lunch used to look like?
Man, the lunch, it was like, it was by sections, man. It was like, there's like different periods. I can't remember exactly.
What lunch period you used to get?
Man, I think it was like, the last one, I lucky hated it. So your lunch, you want to eat till like 1:30 later in the day.
You remind me of the time when, because I went to Park Hill South.
That's why I graduated from.
I graduated from Park Hill South.
Yeah.
So Park Hill South, when I started as a sophomore, because freshman I was in Northeast High School. So I had the second lunch. Second lunch, you normally find all the good food.
Yeah, really.
And then when I moved to like I think the junior, somehow my classes shifted, and I had the lunch before the last. So I still catch some good food.
Oh, okay.
I still catch some good food. And then I was a senior. I had the last lunch.
Oh, you didn't get off-campus treatment? Like you can't go off-campus?
No, not in Park Hill South. Did you guys do that in your time?
Nah, but like you can DoorDash food. We had that in our time.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't have DoorDash in our time. Yeah.
You DoorDash food to the school.
I graduated in 2008.
Oh, yeah.
There's no DoorDash, bro. So I catch the last lunch, bro, and it's normally everything is empty. People like, can I? It's done. Can I? What did you got left? Some pork.
Yeah.
Well, I don't eat pork. What else you got left?
The healthy stuff, like that stuff that's always there. Nigga, like, man.
Even the milk is gone.
See, you'd be surprised. It'd be the good, like the good milk, like the strawberry, the chocolate, the wine.
And the thing is, we had a large school, and we had, I think, about five lunch.
Oh yeah, it was like 5 to 6.
Yeah,
it was still about the same after you left.
Yeah, bro, it was a large school, bro.
Yeah,
we had by the time you go to that last lunch,
man, everything is done.
Everything is
just
done.
Leftovers.
The burger gone. The good stuff gone. So growing up, what TV show you used to watch?
Where, like here or like back home in Egypt?
Here in Egypt, yeah. What TV show you used to watch in Egypt?
It was NBC was it NBC 3 الهلال الاخضر ذاك اللي بيجيب حياة بتاع الخليجيين like NBC 3 I'm pretty sure it was for the kids.
I think so.
And we even had Nickelodeon and all that good stuff. It was about the same thing.
You had Nickelodeon?
Yeah, we had Nickelodeon back
in Egypt.
Nigga, Egypt is not the trenches. You feel me? We had that stuff. Egypt is not the ghetto. والله حياة ده كله قاعد Nickelodeon وتاني.
Alright, listen. My time in Egypt. My favorite show was Bakar.
Bakar.
Yeah, during Ramadan. The guy from the Nubian little kid from Aswan.
I think he's like a brown kid and stuff like that. Yeah.
With the afro.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, that was my show in Ramadan.
He used to drop an episode every day on
Ramadan. Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, Bakar, that was my shit, bro. Yeah. I used to watch Bakar all the time. But yeah, growing up in America, what TV show you used to watch?
In America, I mean, you know, they have like basics like SpongeBob, blah blah blah. I mean, like when we moved here, like it was just
SpongeBob has been out for like.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I didn't really watch TV, but like when I came in, since I didn't really know the you know culture shock, like the language, you know, coming from Egypt.
Yeah.
I mean, like we had the class, like the classes over there in Egypt. Like we
teaching you about culture shock and whatnot.
Not even. I'm talking about like in our schedule. Like you have English class, but it's not like the actual English. Like it's British
when you
English.
Come here.
Like back home, I would go like water, Omar, open the door, can I go use the toilet? Omar, man, take you here, sabi, bakul like English does it night.
قلت لك chap.
Yes,
انت قاعد في الكلاس كده.
Yeah, but get my family. I was yes, no, like you know.
Hey, they ask you questions like, am I supposed to say yes or no?
Yeah.
You tell me, is this a yes or a no?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a few weeks later,
my sister was young. She used to watch. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Sweet. What was that on? Like what?
Sweet. It's Nickelodeon.
Bro. Oh, it was Nickelodeon. Oh,
yeah. Sweet
I think it's the white boys.
Cody.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think she thought she was a white girl for a while. Okay. I don't know. I think you know what I'm saying. Too much, you know. Jamaa Buyut Del mix.
Yeah.
Around the neighborhood.
But speaking of shows I used to grow up watching, was you probably remember iCarly, Jesse, all that different stuff. Yeah, I watched it here too in America.
Yeah,
so it was pretty cool. So
if you don't watch The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, honestly, I used to always find her watching it. So I find myself watching it.
Watching the next thing, like you sitting there watching and not really paying attention.
At first I'm like, man, this is annoying. But then after a while, you're like, I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And Hannah Montana, whatever her name is, she was in that show.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she was in that show.
Damn,
she was young.
Yeah, but you know, like the younger her.
Yeah,
she did the music.
No, right before and after, she was still in there. But after she blew up, you know, she grew up.
I got you.
بس لما زمن جاستن بيبر كان صغير.
yeah, زمن baby وما أعرف كيف. Okay, I got you. Baby.
So what about the level of education did you stop in?
I mean, you know, obviously finished out high school, graduated, gave the college a route. I'm still in there, didn't finish, and then you know, COVID came. Luckily, COVID didn't hit while I was in college because that would have affected me kind of weird. Because like you know, but at the same time, it hit while I was only a junior in high school. So my junior.
What classes did you took as college classes?
What do you mean college classes?
Like you went to college, right?
Yeah, I went to.
Did you major or anything? You went MCC or UMKC or what?
I went to Northwest Missouri State University.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What did you try to major on?
Well, I went in for computer science, and then I was just switching majors, man. I was just trying to figure it out. Back home, like they expect you to like go to college for this, go to college for that.
I just want you to know, you're not the first kid. To not know what do you want to do. You got to understand a lot of people your age. They go in the first semester. They think you know what you want, and then once you take that first semester, you be like, do I really want what I think I want?
Yeah.
And then you take that break until you figure it out, right?
Yeah,
some people go back, and some people don't go back.
See, that's the mistake you do though. Don't take that break.
Did you take the break?
I didn't, but listen, most people that do take the break, they never come back.
They don't come back.
They get too comfortable, and then you know. They love the money because in that break they're working. Obviously, just sitting
and then come for head.
The money is good. They see they just say forget it, man. School, I don't know. I'd rather just make money. But at the same time, our generation right now in our time, man, there's millions of ways you can make money without college.
True that.
Like you can literally make millions.
Speaking of that, so I'm glad you brought that up. So now that we have a lot of people your age, my age, that we got caught up on. You don't have to have a college education to make it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's one. Two. Some of them they're not going to college, but they're not really on the verge of becoming a rich person either.
Yeah.
They're not really hustling. They're not grabbing to like maybe car business. They're not doing that. They're not doing any entrepreneur movement or steps that shows that they're gonna be making a lot of money. They caught up on the YOLO lifestyle.
Yeah, the fast life.
You know what I'm saying?
Like this.
And in their mind, oh, you don't gotta go to college, man. I can make it. Okay, I get it. You can make it, but what are you doing to make it? But when they say that, those people have committed to a certain lifestyle,
Right.
and they discipline themselves, and they made it without college.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Whether they developed the software, whether they developed the app, whether they developed the Facebook, MySpace, anything like that.
Yeah.
They committed and they made it because of that. They didn't need college.
They had a plan and they stuck with the plan.
So what would you say to people your age?
Yeah.
We don't have this plan, but they out there YOLO all day.
Trying to figure it out.
They ain't really trying to figure it out. They having fun.
I mean, hey man, there's no problem with having fun, but there's no good things have to come to an end.
But time goes.
But I hear you. But I feel like everyone, you can't control what that person do. You can only just tell them. On them.
Shine the light.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shine the light.
So the best you can do is just definitely keep talking to our youth more and more. Like that's the only thing we can do for real. I mean, and from there just
gotta get some of this tea, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? You got
good
this
tea.
It's a tea setup. Yeah. I always make the tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Listen, man. At some point, I'm gonna get a tea commercial. It's gonna give me $1 million.
في الهنا بتاع السودان ده السودان ده die or matter what you want to say.
I don't know, but I'm gonna give me a tea commercial because I drink tea.
How many cups a day would you say you drink?
Honestly, if I'm at home, I would say that constantly I could do between 7 to 10.
Oh, shut.
Yeah. But they not like back to back.
Oh, like
they're like every 2 hours or something. Like if I went somewhere, came back, I'm gonna make a tea. If I drink tea and I got caught up with something and I got stressed out, I'm gonna make another tea. And if I'm watching a TV show so good, I'm gonna make another tea.
Okay.
And so back in the day when my friend used to be here in Kansas City, I have a friend who's Saudi Arabia. He's from Saudi Arabia. Shout out to my boy. So we used to make her father.
Yeah.
Like this one. Yeah.
Oh, like this one or the big one?
Yeah, like this one.
Oh, okay.
This is big, by the way. And then me and him will set up. He have the small cups.
Yeah.
And then we just pour and then pour tea and then we
keep going.
Then we drink. Yeah, we keep going.
And keep talking.
To the point he'd be like, listen, he'd be like, wait, relax. This is it.
Yeah.
Too much tea is not good for you.
Hey, I ain't never heard no more too much tea, man. Especially like them my Arab guys over there, like, Middle Eastern, they love their tea, man.
They do, bro. But I think I killed them all when it comes to tea, bro.
Like,
yeah, I would.
You think you can kill المصريين برضو؟ المصريين ده؟
Bro.
عم المصري بيستوهب لك بالسيجارة وكوباية شاي. Every day, man. قبل ما يساوق ذاته.
They ain't got nothing on me, bro.
Man, okay.
They ain't got nothing on me when it comes to tea. I done tasted all different type of tea, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. How you feel about qahwa?
I love it.
I mean, but
I don't crave it like tea.
Oh, so
yeah.
Just
so if it's there like a setting, I drink it. Yeah. If it's not there, I don't look for it.
Respect.
So the only reason I used to look for coffee when I used to work with American Airlines at 4
like the late nights morning, and stuff like
at 3 o'clock. No, early morning. I could do late night, but early morning, I gotta go straight to something that can wake me up. So I drink so much coffee in the morning that my stomach start having acid reflux. Because I used to wake up at 2, because I had all kinds of shifts. I had like a 2 o'clock in the morning shift. That means I got to be up by 12. I got to go do catering. I don't know if you know catering or not.
Yeah.
So I had a shift at 5 o'clock in the morning. That means I had to be up at like 3 or maybe 2:45 to get ready and hop on the road. So I had to drink coffee.
Yeah.
I had a shift at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. That means I got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I had all the morning shift.
Yeah.
And so I was drinking coffee, and then I like hot food. So I was like Mexican spicy.
Yeah.
So by drinking coffee and too much of that spicy food,
that's your stomach.
my stomach started to like do acid reflux. Yeah.
Is it like hot right here?
Oh yeah.
Burns and stuff
Oh
like that?
yeah. Like it comes all the way to here, bro. So when I went to the doctor say if whatever you're doing, if you don't stop it, you're gonna burn your esophagus. Your esophagus is the muscles that actually I think help the sound. So
sound, talking
you're gonna burn the sound out of your own, you know what I'm saying?
Shut the katirmako is,
Yeah,
right?
you know what I'm saying? Plus, because it comes to people who smoke a lot and drink coffee too.
Oh yeah.
Smoking coffee is not good early in the morning.
Right?
So
yeah.
So anyway, so after that, I cut everything completely. We got on the one time completely. I cut coffee. I cut anything spicy. And then I started looking up like what to eat. I was eating pears. Pears helped me out.
Pears?
And, yeah.
The fact that
pears. Yeah, the fact that the parody. And then for 1 week I was eating nothing. I cannot eat anything. If I eat just a small sandwich, it will feel like it's sitting right here.
Wallah.
How you forgot oil? It feel like it's sitting right here. So for a whole week, I got nakul aish beleven.
That's it.
That's it.
Man.
Dead ass. Like I go to Walmart, I get that big ass bread.
Yeah, but I'm
got take or kufog sukar or kubleven. I can sleep like a baby like that. But if I use anything have oil in it, all night I'm sitting like this.
You can even the crispy.
No,
yeah,
anything with oil. If I try to sleep, it comes right out.
For how long have you had to do that for?
Straight 2 weeks. Straight 2 weeks. Then my stomach started all the acid went down.
Yeah.
Everything calmed down. Then I started eating like one meal at a time.
Yeah.
But nothing with the spices on it.
Yeah.
No coffee, no this, no that. So after a while, then
and then
I stopped the coffee for sure.
Back into it, yeah.
Yeah, I stopped the coffee
for sure.
Yeah.
And then went crazy on the shot. The tea.
Yeah, the tea's always been my friend.
It's like my uncle Adnan, shout out to him. He's the only one in our family that loves it that I know of for real. I grew up around. I mean, he
You gonna be with me on the $1 million commercial for the tea?
Man, I'm there.
I bet.
Wherever the money is at, that's where I'm at.
Say that. Oh, if you're gonna be there for the money, I don't need you. You gotta be there for the tea.
I'm gonna drink the tea and get the money. So like,
I say that.
Sure.
So alright, so we gonna turn this into like a hot pot.
You gonna stir the pot?
We're gonna stir the pot real quick.
Where we going with it?
So where we're going with it is your generation, specifically your generation.
Man, you ready for that topic?
Yeah, I'm ready for that topic. Your generation your generation has shifted from Sudanese
to Americanese.
To Americanese. And a lot of people don't understand that. That's something I had to go through.
Yeah.
A lot of people who just came to America or been in America now for long, or they haven't been around the high school culture, middle school, high school, even college. They don't understand what it takes for you to snap out of that to be a Sudanese, to get to your own culture.
Yeah. Or how easy it is to just...
How easy it is to be on the other side.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you don't stay, true to yourself. Or,
which is you have to have a strong mindset. You know what I mean?
Otherwise, you just easily get influenced by the other crowd and like blah, 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 and forget where you came from.
Explain the influence to someone who grew up in America, who sees nothing but a bunch of non-believers, right?
Yeah.
That everything is halal in their homes.
Yeah.
But everything, when you come to your house, then that's when things started getting, this is right and this is wrong. Yeah, and the opposite.
Okay.
When you go to your friend's house, you see him and you see the mom and the dad rolling the joint together or drinking, whether it's wine, whether it's, hard liquor, together sipping. Yeah. And everybody else doing activities that in your household, it's not acceptable.
Okay.
How much of that affect you or affect anyone who in your generation Sudanese but grew up in here?
Okay. I got a perfect one actually. So I have a friend from high school actually, right? I wrestled back in high school. Something fun that just something to get into. But more a story of that friend that I know of. We wrestled together and everything.
He's you did some wrestling?
Yeah, I did some wrestling in Parkland South. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I tried basketball. It didn't work out. I said, let me go down the street, and happily wrestling was down the hallway. Started throwing guys. Left, something to do. Left. It gets you in shape. Don't play around. Wrestling, man, it's no joke.
I believe you.
So I had a homie in there that was my wrestling buddy. We were the same weight. He was white. He was born here, raised here, and everything. And I was a little bit older than him, but we were around the same weight. But more of the story, him, he grew up here obviously, so he's Americanized and everything.
Yeah. And
now he's pretty grown, but he's like 19 and I'm 22, so we know a little bit apart. So he's like the one thing we have in common is we wrestle together, but we also have cars in common. That's the one thing that's keeping us like this. Like every time, like hey, like every time he got something new, I got something. Yeah, we just that's like we both love cars.
Mm-hmm.
So more of the story is, he did his first burnout in my car back in high school. I had a Charger. That was nice. Shout out to my uncle.
Was that the car that you got from?
My uncle. Yeah. And blew up the motor like 2 times.
I heard about this car where?
Yeah.
With the mechanic, because he took me to the same mechanic.
The same mechanic that repairs your stuff.
So the mechanic was complaining about you.
Yeah. He said, this guy, man, keep blowing up the motor.
Yeah, his nephew keep blowing the motor. The car keep twice. The third time I tell him, take your car back.
Yeah, take your car back, no more. So that kid, right, he did his first burnout in my car and falls in love with it, right? And then next thing you know, he goes out and tells his parents, blah, blah, blah. His parents go out and, I would say parents' money, but like according to him, he worked for it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
In a way, like it just doesn't make sense that quick. Your age, you just go drop it like on a nice 2018 Camaro, just nice, crazy mile. It's like, I won't say parents' money.
Yeah,
but definitely parents' money. For your age, you don't just got $30,000 laying around just drop on a nice car.
Unless grandma passed away and left some money.
Grandma's here. I actually seen grandma 2 days ago. I was hanging out with her.
Then his parents' money,
Yeah, so him, right? We both, both love cars, blah blah. So I'll be going over to his house pretty often. Like, hey, what you got today, blah blah.
Yeah.
So I go over there one time, and his dad happened to be at the house, and that everything cool, blah blah. His stepdad. And he's a cool guy. His name is Chris. Cool dude. And his dad everything was cool. Next thing you know, his dad showed us like around the house because he was like into bikes and stuff. And then we seen his little stash up, like American Universal with cigars.
Yeah.
So he was showing us like his stack and stuff.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh yeah, that's my little stack, and but get hot out.
Yeah.
Man,
I actually like cigar.
Huh?
I
you smoked it before?
I smoked it once.
How did they? How did they smoke it?
It's like.
Oh, you just blow it out right away?
Yeah, you blow it out. No, you don't. You don't want to inhale it.
Oh, it's too much.
You don't want to inhale it. I did it once.
Yeah.
I like it. I think in the future I will give me like a box.
Mm-hmm.
Just
for aesthetic. Just a little
bit.
I like put it right here.
Especially
so when people, it's a conversation starter.
When I'm doing
you do cigar?
But say, because I don't do anything, bro.
Yeah.
And I like it because you don't inhale it.
Exactly.
So I always don't want to destroy my body, but more, go ahead.
But so his dad was showing us a stack, blah, 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 and I seen, you could tell it was weed right there. I'm like, oh, is that weed? He was like, yeah, I smoke a little bit, haha. And then my friend was like, oh yeah, me and my stepdad smoke.
Astaghfirullah, haram, brother.
Me and my dad smoke all the time. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
You and your dad? He was like, yeah, we got pipes and blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, just a bunch of drugs. And I'm like, in your house? Mabuk? He was like, yeah, after a long day, but I go to work here now, talk about our day, pass it back and forth. What to Abu? I'm just go do that back home with my book like a mom, man. What?
Out.
And I was just shook, like it was just like, I'm like, nah, man, you cannot do that.
You see, people in our community, they almost don't understand that it's not just haram and halal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You growing up as a young man, you actually looking for yourself once.
You're trying to figure it out.
You're trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Religion have nothing to do with it. You're Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that these people have made so many things just look normal.
Like,
you standing in that line like, man. And then your community here have no support, have no unity,
fights,
have nothing.
This, that, I don't feel like
which makes you want to stay on the other side a little bit more.
Yeah, because
we really don't want nothing to do with this because this is more of like people who don't really educate or help or unite. Yeah. Those more of you pointing fingers.
Yeah.
And no one really wants to deal with that coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to feel like they belong somewhere.
Yeah.
And we had the feeling that we belong with those people a lot more than we feel like we belong in our own community.
Exactly. Just because our own community, we don't even have the structure. We're not organized. We just out there. Like, back in the day when I first came, it actually felt like a community.
We had something.
Yeah, there was actually something. Like, I think it was like Jaded, like something,
exactly.
some type of name,
we used to kick it, man, like, all night to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Man, and even in the Ramadan. But like when I first moved here, Saturday,
everybody in Kansas City used to get together.
Everybody.
You know what I remember?
What?
That like embedded in my brain.
What?
When I came here new 2004, we used to go down to the what you call it. We used to go down to the soccer field.
Okay.
The soccer field was like North Gate, I think.
Oh, North Gate, yeah, that's still there. Yeah.
So we used to play up there, and imagine like these old guys, right? Mm-hmm. Just old guys, and I remember those couple of funny dudes who wear glasses, right?
Yeah.
And so whenever they run with the ball, the glass would drop.
It would fall out. Yeah.
So they would grab the ball, they lift their glass, they clean it, they put the glass on. Yeah, tell the hackam like, okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
You know the funny of them all?
Yeah.
The funny of them all is my uncle Muhammad Bras.
Oh, my
yeah.
God,
So so listen, this nigga, right? this nigga, he always had the limp, right?
Yeah.
He always
his knee.
So he'd be like by himself with the goalie.
Yeah.
Hey, so they would give him the ball, right? He would run so hard and then kick the ball
out of bounds. Like he would do all that work just for nothing, for the ball to go out of bounds. Like,
so
man.
For me, like just seeing everybody getting together, playing soccer,
having fun. And
no,
like,
I'm not saying they athletic. Okay, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Like you don't gotta be athletic. Just come. That's all we want you to do.
Come play soccer. Mm-hmm. You get to see literally everybody's father.
Everybody. All the fathers.
Like, yeah, whether
all
they
types
here,
of ages. It don't matter.
Whether they here with their kids, whether they're like during that time there was like a few azaba, but everybody was like there with the kids.
Exactly.
So it was so beautiful. And then when we have a party, I think they don't even invite some of these niggas, bro. They just hear about it. Like they come off from work straight to the party.
Straight there.
Everybody in Kansas City be in one place until drama, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
You know,
no drama, none of that. And then they will leave. And that was during the time you get to see all your friends.
Everybody. Well, all your cousins having
all
fun.
Your cousins. Everybody. You get to see
life
everybody.
was good. What? Man.
So after I grew up, and actually I grew up on the other side. Like I grew up far away from the Sudanese community. Because again, I didn't feel like.
Explain to the people what you mean by the other side. For the people that don't know.
For the people that don't know. So the other side is the American side.
You know what I mean?
So for straight 5 years, I was away from the Sudanese community.
Okay.
Like I don't even remember the last time I ate Sudanese food for 5 years.
Nope.
My mom used to call me and say, yo, wait, the Ramadan is bukra. I'd be like, tomorrow? She'd be like, yeah. I'm like, then why you calling me so late?
I'm gonna give you no heads up, nothing.
No heads up or nothing. Mom would be like, yo, Ramadan is tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. Then, Ramadan is tomorrow. Yeah, for 5 years, I was living on the other side because I never felt self belonging on this side.
I hear you.
And so,
it's okay to feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, but after 5 years, then I start looking for my people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't find them there, but I start looking for myself culturally, where I want to be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As a person who knows this is wrong, this is right, and as a person, the good thing about me, even though I was on the other side, I haven't tested or tried nothing.
Okay, understand. You were just there just to be there. I mean, it's just your friends. That's it. Literally.
I feel, but like I ain't have to do weed, even though there is a lot of pressure.
Understandable, man.
Yeah, they give it to you like it's nothing. Like, yo, try it.
Like, oh yeah, here. Like so casual. Oh yeah, here. No.
You know what I'm saying? The drink. Oh, why you don't drink with us?
Yeah, that's your mad question.
I'm like, yo, why you so concerning about me drinking?
Exactly.
You guys just do your thing. You know.
You hit them with the I'm Muslim. Oh, and then you gotta sit there and tell them about
and then when I be like, oh, you're Muslim, oh, you got a girlfriend. Okay, that mean I don't have to commit all the sin.
No, Muslim. Now we go look. Oh, you can have 4 wives. Oh, you can have this.
No. They be like, oh, if you're Muslim, why you have a girlfriend?
Oh,
because they always trying to pull something on you to make you feel bad. I'm like, nigga, I don't gotta commit all the sin to please you
at all, man. But hey, man,
I have a line. I think this is enough sin for today.
Yeah,
I'm good with Allah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let me be me. Exactly. You be you, and let's just move forward. Like, and I'm talking about the pressure doesn't come from a male. The pressure also comes from the woman, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how our setting is like you sitting down with like a bunch of girls and you're trying to be cool.
I understand.
And then they doing it too.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't care. But then they start trying to pass it to you. But like, nah, I'm good.
But the peer pressure is so high.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you weak like that.
You just there to be there and like, fine,
So there's so much pressure in it for a person who doesn't have their mind together. They're more likely to give in to try to impress.
Exactly. Just
somebody.
To fit in. You don't have to do all that just to fit in. But like, it's so easy for like,
So
just easy.
What would you say for the people on your generation? Because the people on your generation, I seen them doing it.
Exactly. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I seen people in your generation doing it. And the thing is about me, after I seen all that's happening, I tried to, and then I went to college, and then I met, Dr. Karen Curls. She's the dean of the criminal justice department.
Oh, here for
She introduced me, to like so many. She introduced me to the Mexican American leader, the person who's in charge of the community of the Mexican American.
Oh,
I sat down with him. That guy speak game, bro.
All right, a lot of knowledge, huh?
Yeah, that guy knew a lot. He told me if you need anything, just email me.
Yeah.
He gave me his card during that time. She introduced me to the other lead. She introduced me to other leaders who work on their community. Wow. So then I started thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? I can do that for my community too. Yeah. Because those people told me, like, if you need anything, just call us. We'll support you.
Exactly.
So when I tried to come to the community and to allow them to understand that let's unite. Let's unite. Yeah. Let's do something. Let's educate these kids, because these kids,
after we leave, they're gonna be representing us.
Not just that. These kids, if you don't educate them, I had a strong will to understand the experience that I took, and I know what I want to be, but they're not gonna know that.
Exactly.
They're not gonna know they need to come back as Sudanese
at all.
So if we don't educate them now, and we just waited as we're doing right now, no one is safe. We giving birth to straight Americans. That's what we're doing.
Straight up.
And don't blame them if they start having a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and they start doing this, and they start smoking weed, they start drinking alcohol,
getting
pregnant, which is the pregnant part is not happening right now, but the weed and alcohol is happening. I don't care how you feel about it. It is happening. These kids are drinking alcohol. These kids are smoking weed. And I'm going to have a couple of stories about that coming up. So I try to educate the people that I could get my hands on during that time. Do this community. Let's try to help the people that's coming. And everybody that grew up around me during the time, like I had Ramah, Rami, I had this other kids from like Kansas side. I had like, a lot of youth. I don't want to mention everybody's name. They all got together and they said, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't convince them, but I showed them what is needed to be done.
Exactly.
And they all already in it. They just never had the motivation. They say, let's do it.
Yeah.
So when we try to do it, people started giving us the yip yap, and people start moving around funny. And you know how that, when that happened, we all grew up here. We just be like, you know what?
It is.
Screw it. Yeah. Screw it. And then we all just fall back.
And we go back to school, our regular friends, and
we all fall back and look what's happening right now.
Yeah.
What's happening right now is these kids now that we trying to prevent them, they're already doing alcohol. They're already smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're already engaging into some gang activity.
Well, let's not get, it's kind of,
Some people got locked up. Some people got locked up. They end up going to jail. They got a record on them right now. They can't even clean it up. And I hope they do.
Yeah.
Now, this is not to speak ill on nobody. This is to just shine the light on what's going on, and hoping that you guys can actually open your eyes and stop assuming your daughter is in the school studying. Stop assuming she went to see her friends until 2-3 o'clock in the morning, as she said. Stop. Dude, one grown up once told me, if you have to go anywhere after 10 o'clock and after 10 p.m., you ain't got to go.
Don't have to go.
Yeah, he said, if you need to go anywhere after 10 p.m., you ain't got to go. You just want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So you don't really know what that means until you start looking into it.
So you start being in that position.
There is nothing really beneficial that happened after 10 o'clock.
Other than bad stuff.
So I didn't know then what he meant until I wanted to be who I am today. That's when I started realizing it doesn't make sense.
Whatever that guy said.
It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is not beneficial happen after 10 o'clock. Right. Take your ass to bed and, try this shit one more again tomorrow. Yeah. You don't got to go nowhere after 10 o'clock. So now we got people who stay out late, convince their mom, I'm with my friend.
Me fly machine library now because
library
no library at 10 o'clock at night. Come on.
Friend man. Yeah.
But to go Stephanie, sometimes she might hit you with a Sudanese name. To go because whole time I Sahaba.
We used all these excuses.
Yeah.
We used it. Everything that's been used today, we have used it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we know where we went.
Yeah. You might fool the moms, but the dads for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Kansas City or America or the West in general, their parents, what they doing? You mentioned that earlier. What the parents are doing?
Wait, say it again?
Going to work? The West in general. Where the parents busy doing?
Here?
Just in the West world.
Oh, in the
whether
West
it's
world?
America, Canada, Australia.
I mean, I would say they like live pretty standard life.
They always working.
Exactly, yeah.
To try to provide.
Always working. Like I said, they like wake up every day. Like you rarely see your kids just constantly every day, just constantly just work.
And then the dad, if he's not working, must dukan.
Oh, back to that. Man, what? Let's not get started at that.
If they not working, machine what? Machine dukan mahala dumana.
Machine, play, hang out, More the story that like I feel like they don't spend enough time with their kids.
The reason, listen, I want you to understand the reason why I brought this.
Yeah.
The reason why I brought this because this type of parenting style worked in Sudan. Okay, they were raised like this, but what they didn't understand is they had their uncle.
Yeah.
They had the whole neighborhood watching out for them. Yeah. There is not a lot of things going on in Sudan. I mean, where the hell are you gonna go?
I see where you're going with the
as in according to 100%. Here. According to your uncle is not here. No one is looking out for your kids, and a lot of things going on.
Exactly.
So if you don't put your hand on that kid and say, "Hey, man, chill out,"
hey, man,
somebody else will take that kid and give him something you're not gonna like.
Exactly.
You are too busy playing dominoes. You know what I'm saying? And
too busy
just
which is there's no. We're not saying there's a problem.
There's no problem with it.
But like trying to be more involved in your kids, like
because here. The drift is real.
Real easy, like
real easy drift out the house and be gone.
Be gone.
So that's why your present is needed.
Well needed.
Your present is well needed. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got daughters, man.
Daughters. I feel like the mom's got it with that, but at the same time,
the mom is working too. She's trying to send all the money she can send to Sudan or to Egypt or whatever.
Oh, that's another topic too.
They too busy making money.
On the mom's
sending it.
Most of the moms, they feel like, which is understandable, but like they carry on too much responsibility because
they carry too much weight.
Too much weight, yeah. Like each mom, like you know how the moms is. Like she also got to worry about her mom. Like most of the moms,
her sister. So they need support.
Yeah, just because she's here, she also worries about her mom.
But what I'm trying to say is the father is busy working all the time. When he have free time, he goes to the Dukan, playing dominoes in Koshten.
Exactly.
The mom is busy working, and when she's free, she's trying to sleep. What does that leave the kids with? Unsupervision. And any child, and we're not speaking of like young kids, we're speaking of like teenagers. When you're at your teen age, well, you want to explore everything.
You just want to do everything.
You want to do everything. I mean everything.
Everything. So, especially if your kid
our time, the best thing we could do is we call someone on the phone, they call 2 other girls, and then they call 2 other girls, and then we're like 6-8 deep on the phone talking. That's the best thing we could do.
I like Zoom, like group chat calls.
Yeah, we can't go nowhere.
Exactly.
But we got the phone.
Yeah.
We out there talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying? But we barely got the house phone. And then when, the house phone is done with, you could watch TV. So we didn't have access to no phones like that where we could just, hit up people or get something delivered to us. We didn't have none of that.
Nowadays, we got access.
So the resources we had was very limited. Yeah. And when we need something, we got to step out there and find it. And you can't really go nowhere after 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And so we get everything we need early on. We stay in the house, and then around like 8, 9 o'clock, we start making those phone calls. And honestly, all we're doing is talking shit on the phone.
That's it. Just having fun with it, yeah.
You can't go to her. She can't come to you. Not everybody got cars to move around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, if you got a hoopty, nigga, if you can move, you the man.
You him.
That guy. If you can move, you the man, bro. Hey, man, I'm coming to pick you up. Oh, shit, you got a car? Yeah, man, I stole my dad's car.
Yeah.
My dad went to
let's go.
Yeah. It's like, come get me, bro.
Come get me.
So we didn't have a lot of things, like we didn't have cars to move like that. We didn't start getting cars until late. We didn't start getting phones until late. But this phone generation thing, it just peed off like that, bro.
Easy, man.
You know what I'm saying? But like growing up, we met the phone. We met everything as we going, and then everything just
like y'all grew up with the phone.
Yeah.
What?
Not with it coming up. We found it during high school.
Yeah.
So my senior high school, I had a Nokia. So barely on 2008. Nokia? Yeah, barely in 2007, 2008 when people started having Nokia, bro.
That's your senior year.
2008, my senior year. Junior year, 2007.
My senior year, class 721, my nigga, I had a what? iPhone.
2020 what? 2021?
2021.
That's when you were senior?
Yeah, that's my senior year. That's when I graduated. 2021. See, like the gap.
Yeah.
He had a Nokia. I had
Nokia,
a
bro. You know what we used to play?
Yeah.
We used to play the
snake game.
The snake game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all you could do until you fill the whole screen, which is the screen about this big, and that's it.
That's it. And like all the buttons and stuff. Or sometimes if you want to send a text, you have to sit there and press.
And then we had that flip. Like,
but then
you're done with the person talking like. And then we had the sidekick. I used to have a sidekick. You hit that. You press something right here, it flips. It's called a sidekick. You hit something right here, it flips the screen like swing. Yeah, it's called a sidekick. Yeah, we had the sidekick. The sidekick looked like literally a PlayStation controller in your hand.
Damn.
You have a mouse in it actually. You have a mouse right there, and then from the sidekick we have a BlackBerry.
That's what I was just gonna say. I'm like, did y'all have a BlackBerry?
So the BlackBerry is like the iPhone. It was the most secured phone ever.
And I think it was it the first touch or no?
The BlackBerry?
Yeah, because it was
touch in it.
Yeah, it had touch. Yeah.
They had the latest one. It had a touch.
Oh, the latest
BlackBerry,
one.
the latest one.
Yeah.
Right before Apple hit the market.
What was the first Apple one?
Oh, it was ugly as phone. I used to have
a love phone.
It was ugly as phone. I can't remember it, but I used to have Apple one. I had 1, 2, 3, and then 4 was so expensive. So
the 4 was the Roxy one. That's what. Yeah, I seen.
So from 4, I shift from 4 to Samsung. I took Samsung Note. I started falling in love with the Samsung Note.
The tablet, but Samsung.
Yeah, like Samsung
easy.
Note. My Samsung.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then I went from Samsung Note 3 all the way to 8. And then I left Samsung Note at 8. I think 8 was شنو ما عارف. I can't remember. I don't want to mix the numbers. And then I jumped back to iPhone. I jumped back to iPhone 6.
6 plus.
Yep.
Or just
I jumped back to iPhone 6 plus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I left the Note.
Fingerprint to my
I jumped back to the iPhone 6 plus, and ever since I've been with iPhone. So I've been back and forth. I didn't really stay. And then all these iPhone, Samsung, they all the same company.
It's just it's just technology, but it's crazy how it's just advancing.
Shining the light on
youth,
shining the light on the youth. What advice? Not advice. You can't. I don't want to use.
I am the youth. You feel me? So
what can you shine the light on for these mothers to know that these kids out there, they actually doing it?
The mothers.
And when I say doing it, I mean drugs. I mean alcohol. I mean bad behavior. I mean it all. And I'm not saying that to shame anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because, the prophet says, Abluitum fasatru. So we're not trying to mention nobody's name, but we want to shine the light that these things exist in the community and it need to be addressed. If you ignore it, she will come with a baby. If you ignore it, he will come with a baby. And that's on you. If we want to take that route, not everybody is responsible enough to take care of theirs. And I don't want to advise anyone, I don't want to advise you at all to have a baby in America. Age 18, 30, maybe when you hit 30, 35, you can decide whatever the hell you want to do.
Basically,
do not right now have a baby.
If you're not married.
Before
you get married. Don't,
If you're not married.
Yeah, you had to make that clear before.
Yeah. So, from your perspective, shine the light on it. How serious this is, and what do you think it should be done to address it?
Like on the mom's part, right?
The mom's part and what's going on from the kid's perspective so they can understand. Their mind is not a Sudanese mind. Let's just be clear on that.
Yeah, the kids is Americanized. And
the
mom is African. Okay.
Yeah. So stop assuming انت ولدك النايس بيجي مسكين خاش الغرفة طوالي ده هو مسكين. He's high as shit. Check that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Check that nigga. لو جو مسكين كده you know what I'm saying, just walking وما مسكين. Check that nigga. Yo, عيونه حمر.
He's high.
هدي شاكوش.
Son.
لو عيونه حمر.
It's crazy.
شرب. Okay. 1, 2. لو جاء ماشي كده ولا كلامه ما هناي. لو اللي شرب.
Yeah.
So back in the day, people used to look for smells. Now you can spray stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't be oblivious to the smell. You smell it. If you walk like a duck and quack like a duck,
That's true.
that's a duck.
Yeah.
You better check that nigga early. Hold him early enough so that he can. Anyways, I don't want to steal the light from you. I want you to just shine it.
Yeah.
Real quick.
But I would say, from the kids' perspective, like the Americanized, like the teens or the youth, they don't think ahead. They only think for the moment. Like they only think how to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So mom's having to care about back home, having to work like crazy hours, like nonstop, and the money she makes, all she thinks about is back home.
I think this tea is hitting right. I think that's why I'm talking.
Right? It just
I'm gonna get everybody in trouble. I'm gonna check the fuck.
Yeah.
He's snitching.
He's snitching. By the way,
it's not me, man. It's the tea. I think the tea is hitting right.
It's tea party today.
I want what's best for you, man. I don't want to see anyone going down to court.
Exactly. So, and then mom's just working crazy hours. The money she makes, she sends almost half of it back home just to support the family, which is, I think that's something we gotta work on. But that's their generation. You can't
skip that.
Yeah.
Shine the light on what these kids are doing.
Man, what these kids are doing out here is just like, they tell you, mom's at work whole time. Your kids telling I'm at practice. I'm at this, blah, blah. Whole time your son is out here, whether he's with his friends doing bad stuff. Girls, like, girls, when boys get together, all they talk about is girls, obviously. Oh, let's go hang out with these girls, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, when girls get around, what else happens? Drugs just pop out of nowhere. And it's not your kid. It's
drugs
just
in America. Drugs in America is more like a snack nowadays.
Yeah. You can go anywhere and just find it.
It's like a snack.
Yeah.
And if that's not as scary, I mean, for the bun, get out it's like a snack. You know what I'm saying? Drugs is like a snack.
Yeah.
And it's really scary, man. And if you have kids, you really got to be praying for these kids day in and day out. That they not doing it, and you can't just pray. You have to actually check on them to make sure that they not engaged. Yeah,
just cause he might tell you he's doing this and that, and he just comes back and nothing happens. And most of our parents, they don't check in or nothing. Like what happened? They just call you. They do a lot of stuff over the phone, which is it's cool, but trying to be more involved, like face to face. Come up, let's do this. How was your day? I can't remember the last time my mom asked me, "Oh, my kid, I'm just not doing it." I mean, low-key, she do, when I do see her, after a couple of days or whatever. Yeah. But it's rarely of them, You
see, the thing is, if we don't ever think that Sudanese parents going to be involved like Americans.
No.
So, the reason, I'm keep telling you, the reason why, because they didn't have them coming up. Because they had the community raising you mentality. Exactly. So if your pops could be in another country, nigga, you can't go do what you want to do. Just watch the neighbor catch your ass outside.
Well, your dad gonna get the news before you tell him.
Yeah.
Man, he
gonna beat you first.
Yeah.
Watch your uncle catch your ass outside doing something. So you have other people raising you. So you really not alone.
You're accountable and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Over here, if you don't talk to them, be more involved in life. Holding them accountable.
They feel alone.
They feel alone.
They feel like no one cares.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they feel alone.
You don't want them. You don't want your kids to be afraid of you. You don't want them to look at you as the police. Every time they look at you, I got hot. Feel like, nah, bro. You want them to come up. Oh, how mom? You want them to tell you they need everything. I want to talk to my dad he's my homie. This is how we get it. Oh, okay, man. You feel me, man? I mean, I could talk to him like that, but there's a line though.
Yeah, to certain things that should be shared. Yeah,
but now I'm at the age where I kind of rarely see him. I mean, since he's just so busy. Yeah, it's to the point where you're just at the greeting. I just see him. Hey, Baba, give up.
That's it. Get some sleep. Somebody's going to sleep.
Yeah, somebody's going to sleep.
Somebody's going to sleep. Somebody's going out.
Work two different opposite schedules and stuff like that. And man, this is I would definitely say just trying to be more involved. Whether it's trying to figure out what your kids love or what they like. The one thing I noticed in our community right now is the kids that are growing up, they're just, most of them are doing a lot of gaming, on.
Yeah, a lot of.
Which there's no issue with that. You feel me? You could, from there, if they found a hobby, they could do tech job, blah, blah, blah. Hats off. If they could do it, that's cool. Yeah. But trying to get them, they could do sports or blah, blah, blah. Or trying to get out the house or trying to get them involved in something. So that way it's something for both of y'all. For the parents,
so much emptiness in anyone's life make them think of doing something. So if you're young, because when we were young, we had nothing going on. We wanted to get on those phones.
Yeah.
So we can call somebody. So now you already got the phone in your hand.
You already got it.
So now it's only to make the plan to go do something.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what that something is because I don't have anything going on. So just do anything exciting.
Anything.
So, and that's what bring the danger in. But if you keep the dude occupied, if you take him to a sport, you take him to this, you get him registered, you keep him occupied until he figure out what he want to do with his life.
Yeah.
Then you have saved almost 50% of him could have been out there doing something stupid.
And that kind of falls back onto like, you could get them involved in the community if our community was strong enough and stuff like that.
If we had a community,
yeah, we could have stuff.
They could have been involved in the community.
You could send the kid to like whatever a dad or a dad. Oh, we have something going on today.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you can get them involved in like.
They could actually. They would have much faster transition from the other side to this side.
Yeah.
But because there's so much disagreement, there's so much separation. Like, why would you even transition?
That like every kid is just kind of hanging out with the friends they hang out with their school. They're Americanized friends, which is kind of it's just they're with them all the time. When instead, if their community had some type of whatever, where like these kids are always hanging out with each other to the point where it just. I mean, like, yeah, that they do that whenever they see kids. I mean, like, they're kids.
Every now and then.
But, like, I'm talking about, like, if they're always involved in stuff like that.
Every
and, like,
weekend.
make it a cultural thing. And, like, you want, it's just, yeah. So.
But they see other people a lot more than they see their own. And they involved with other activities.
Yeah.
That is not community-like before they get involved. Like, how many, an event that take place a year? Like, one?
This shit.
It'd be like one wedding and they inviting a certain group.
It's like, it's just like specific, man.
Yeah, they invite like a certain group. Like, you got to understand, man, when you're doing like a wedding or a henna, I get it, some people don't got the money to get the big venue. When you're inviting people, you're really not just inviting people. You're really inviting kids meeting each other. You're inviting people to really associate and to see the culture, tradition being performed.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So in a way, you're helping the community because there's no community events that's taking place to show that this is cool. So when those kids show up to those weddings and they see like daddies with the jalabia and whatnot, and everybody's so happy to help them out. You would want to be involved.
Exactly. Like, you want to go out there and perform and blah, blah, blah. Like, recently.
Even they see it once a year.
Yeah.
If it happens all the time, they will have an easier transition to just be.
They're more familiar about home and Sudan, blah, blah,
But honestly, how many people you can ask questions, they know much about Sudan?
Barely nothing.
Sudan.
I guarantee you don't even know the Nasheed. What?
Nasheed.
Nothing, man.
Nasheed who?
Nasheed who?
Nasheed who? Bubble?
You'd be surprised if you can find a Sudan, Sudan that can just speak fluent Arabic. Kind of hard.
We too busy. Listen. You know what's the funny part?
Yeah.
Is them khaltus don't even speak good English. But they speaking to the kids in English.
What?
Why are you not saying it in Arabic? Some of these kids, they understand that shit.
Yeah, some of the kids, I mean, like, you
just say it to them and stop trying to meet them halfway. Stop trying to speak their language. You speak yours, they understand it. And if they don't understand, you keep repeating it until they understand. Stop trying to speak to them
just so they can understand English.
They can understand you. They could understand Arabic if they want to.
Yeah, but they prefer to respond in English.
Yeah.
And that's all you the time. I mean, that's what my mom Loki did. Because she felt like my little brother, like, they're kind of just using a lot of English.
Yeah.
So after we took our trip back to home, Egypt, Sudan, blah, blah, blah. When we came back, they were speaking a lot of Arabic, which was good. Yeah. But she wanted to keep it. So she was kind of like, hey, when we're at home, Arabic. English, I don't want to hear it.
I saw your brother the other day, bro. I don't think they didn't speak Arabic.
Nah. All that stuff is out the window now. He hasn't been back in a while.
I was tripping, bro.
Like, what? Nah. So,
I understand those. I honestly understand those days. Like I say, I was on the other side for a long time. And then when you come back, at least I knew how to speak Arabic though before.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not like new to it. But when I had to come back and get it, going.
It's just a story.
It felt like it felt like it was strange.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. It's my culture. we gotta get it. We gotta get it. I don't know when that community ever gonna get together. But the point right now is not only to get the community on. Take your time, get it whenever you feel like it. But how can you make sure all these kids are not in the wrong places?
Yeah, wrong time. So more of the story, just trying to be more involved in their life. Ask them about their It's just the simple stuff. It's the basics. That's it. And then see where it takes from there. And yeah, what else you think?
That's it for me.
That's it for
Only
now.
way we save them. It's the question that I'm giving you right now. How can we make sure they're not in the wrong places? Because there is so many wrong places to be at. How do you know that they're not in the wrong place? Because I gave you that you can get them into sports. You got to take them every day. You got to have time for them.
Yeah.
You can get them involved into community activity. Ooh, what is the community at? It's not there. So that means I need to get it started.
Yeah.
So other than that, don't be mad when they come home drunk or high or the police call you, which is I wish that it never happened. But something is inevitable. This road, police at the end of it. This road,
Jail.
jail at the end of it. This road,
Death.
baby mama, baby daddy at the end of it. That's where we at today. So if we can't save them now, and if we can't get them involved now, and if we can't check on them now, then don't regret it because it's too late to do anything about it. Right now, it's too late for some of them. Right now, some of them are already catching cases.
Doing
know
a
what I'm
lie.
saying?
It's just a lie.
And I wish they can be able to turn that around. But anyways, before I say thank you for tuning in,
And thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.